Are we live? Oh, there's the content. All right. Hi, everyone. Give me a second. The dog's having a spasm attack, so I gotta deal with that. Where'd you go? What are you doing? Come here. Come on. Let's go. Oh, yeah. It's been a night. Come on, Nico. Come on. Come on. Come on. Maybe that'll buy us some time. It's been a night. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, hello, everybody. Sorry about that. We got the dog put in the pen. We'll see how long he lasts in that. He's climbed out of it once already. Actually, that would be the second time first time he climbed up from the outside. Then I put him back inside, shut the little slider door that we have on the edge of the building. And then he climbed out of that pen, got stuck in it because his leg got wound up in the cattle panel. So got him unstuck from that. Then he wouldn't go back in with frickin' the other dog. So we let him sit and scratch around. Well, now he finally climbed out the back of the building, came around the front, opened the door into the shop. So yeah, he's having one of his nights. Everybody's saying hello. Steven, what's up? What's up, Connor? Happy to see you posting more videos recently. Yeah, I'm trying to get into the posting at least once a week now. I've been pretty much making a video every weekend. So we're trying to get more into a YouTube routine, I guess we'll say, and try and get you guys some more uploads. I've been using the GoPro a lot more than I once did. In fact, there's this week's video, you guys will notice something different. So, but yeah, I've been trying to use that more than the phone because that puts out a lot better video than the phone does. I like recording for the phone when I gotta do quick stuff. I like recording with the phone when I do quick stuff, when I don't have time to make actual video. But with Rick, he's a lot more not so concerned about time as my dad was, so it's a little bit easier to sit and fart around and do the videoing. Sometimes you got to get shit done, other times you don't. But so yeah, we've been trying to pump out some more video for you guys. I wish I could do something other than for the apartment project, but that's kind of been the main focus as of lately. There's not much to do as far as farm work goes in the wintertime, so there's no tractor shop to work on tractors, and this one's always tied up with vehicles. So, because for those of you that don't know, that's Rick's business. So, anyways, yeah, we're maybe tomorrow we'll get some tractor stuff done. That'll be in a video for. You have got to be kidding me! What is your problem, dog? Crying out loud! How did he get out this time? What are you doing? What the fuck is he doing with that? Mr. Icon says, I'm editing videos that you speak. Great. I seen you put out a couple more of your vintage stuff. What do you want? I can't help you when you keep trying to escape. We enjoy your videos no matter content or quality. Well, thank you. I've been trying to, like I said, I've been trying to pump out more with the GoPro and stuff. And the Sony camera is nice, but it's more of a setup on a tripod and record that way. It's more like for tractor mechanic videos, I guess we'll say. And of course, we're not doing much of that lately. So, sort of stuff like what I did on that, like what I posted on that one Saturday night of doing the cam gear on the M. So Steven wants to know what kind of dog you have. This isn't my dog. This is one of Rick's. Rick has 2 dogs. I think he's a German Shepherd. This is Nico, and then Mika is in the back still. She's actually a behaving dog. She is a chocolate lab. I think she's a pure lab. My dog, the one that I have, I don't bring him up here, but he is a lab pit mix. At least I think he's a pit mixed with pit. When I adopted him, he was just, all I knew was he's a lab mix. So I, Googled and tried to figure out, and I think he's a pit mix. So yeah, Nico here is very old and has lots of issues, we'll say. So he's got some mental problems. He usually behaves, and then every once in a while he gets kind of a spastic night and can't settle down and is trying to jump this and that. And yeah, he has some difficulties. What is Icon's channel called? It's the Icon Sees Mr. No, Scott. If you see in the chat there, if you just click on his name or whatever, it should bring you to his channel, I believe. There's some good red power footage in those Gale vids. There's a W30 pulling a chopper in the vid from 49. Cool. I haven't was trying to do some catch up before I started the stream here, so I have to go through and watch some of your videos yet. Some of the promotional videos that you got. Nico sure looks like an old man. He is. He's very old. Brace yourself. We got more snow coming. I know. I'm not looking forward to it. I wish the crap would go away. Sick of it. Especially with work, too, because actually, the last 2 snowfalls haven't been so bad. Usually, every snowfall, we've got more than 2 handfuls of breakage from the schools because they just abuse their equipment for the most part. There's a couple few building guys that are decent, but the majority of them are abusive to their equipment. So we end up with a lot of breakage. But the last 2 snowfalls haven't been too bad, so that's good. We got about a foot of snow, Steve Mack says. Rex is in. How's Rex doing? You'll like the skid loader antics from Germany, too. Sounds good. My dad had it wasn't his, but it's an old Gale, a 1600, I think it was. Can't remember exactly now. That he had the motor catch on fire on him, and burnt that up pretty good. He had it running again, but there was bubbles in the antifreeze, I guess. So there's either a crack in the blocker head or bad head gasket or something. I was going to rebuild that this winter until, of course, that went down, we'll say. So, well, he's content in the shop, so that's a good thing. Rick says, doing good. That's good. The 1600 is an oldie. It sure is. It's got the old controls in front of you. That's how I broke my pointer finger. When my dad was plowing snow with it one time, me and my sister would ride on the bucket, being dumb, on the lip edge of the bucket, the closest to the cab, and she had jumped off once, and my finger was down where the bucket curls, and when she jumped off, my dad tried to stand up while he bumped one of the controls on the control panel in front and turned it and curled the bucket, and it crushed my finger. So that was fun. That was 2nd grade. I was in 2nd grade when that happened. Tara Dalmatian says hello. I just put it together. All right, Tara and Scott, are you 2 in some way connected? You 2 have the same last name. I just put that together. I've never realized that until now. Are you 2 husband, wife, or brother, sister, or something like that? Or what? What's the connection there? If you learn not to do that again, it wasn't dumb. Well, there is that. I don't remember if we... I I don't remember if I rode on that again like that or not. I know when the 806 ran over my dad's 806 ran over my left leg or part of it. I take a big radius when I walk around that after that happened. So that was a learning curve. You're married. Okay, I see. I'll give you being that okay, how do I do this now? See, well, that's not what I wanted. YouTube has changed their I'm trying to give you a blue wrench, but YouTube has changed their things. See, there's regular moderator, and then there's managing moderator, and for some reason, oh, there it is. There you go. You should have a blue wrench now. Connor, that gives you 2 thumbs up. That's right. Exactly. That's the way that we like it. Your breath stinks. What do you want? Are you going to behave if I put you back in the back again? Huh? Give me a second. I'm going to put him in the back because he's panting really hard. Nico, come on. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. You gotta come up. Come on. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if this if he decides to come back around front or not. Alright. Whoa. I'm on the old bouncy ball. Everybody loves the bouncy ball. So we'll see how irritated we can get everybody tonight. I know it was kind of an impromptu live stream. I figured Rick's working at the pub tonight, so he's not here. So I figured rather than go to the pub with him, because I'm usually not much help, I figured I'd stick around here and do a live stream for you guys. So it was kind of impromptu. The bouncy ball survived. Yes, it has. It has survived. Yes, he has not popped it yet. I haven't brought it back out on one of his streams, being that I'm kind of whatever. That is what it is. Connor, I wish you could use. Hey, being a school teacher is not bad either. There's a lot of need for that. Of course, you start going around the district shop, and yeah, there's some. Just don't fall down in the parking lot if you're. Yeah, we have to deal with a lot of interesting things at the district. But Will says don't fall off. I'll try not to. Of course, you guys probably would like that anyways. You'd probably rather see me put this big old thing through the side of it, but I'm not doing that. I don't use it that much anymore. Like I say, I haven't really been on the stream, so to speak, so I'm there but not there. So hopefully I can get this apartment done soon enough, and when Rick does his Saturday night stream, I can shoot up there or the tractor shop. I'd rather have the tractor shop done and go up there and start dinking around with stuff, but it is what it is. Everything takes its time. Rome wasn't built in a day. But I'm hoping to get some messing around with the M tomorrow. I'd like to try and get it started up and run it, since I haven't really ran it since the whole cam gear replacement ordeal. So tomorrow's supposed to be like a high of 37. I was seeing on my phone anyway. So hopefully I've been trying to wait for it to warm up a little bit before I start it. I mean, it's got thicker 1540 oil in it, and I don't know. I don't want it to have issues. So I was going to bring it in the shop, but I didn't realize that Rick had the Acadia in here, so it's kind of hard to get the tractor in when the Acadia is out of commission. And see that there's no front wheels on it. So, Connor, we are mowing yards. Grass is really growing. I'm jealous. I'd like to have that, but we're still buried in snow. Ryan wants to know what the plans for the 782 are. Well, my thought was I have a snowblower for it, the international snowblower for the front of it. I also have I guess it would be considered the mule drive for the mower deck. I just don't have a mower deck, but I would like to use it for snow blowing in the wintertime around the chicken and cattle watering area and pig area when that kind of gets all recombobulated in the summer, or this winter, I should say. The As far as the, like, how do I want to put it? The mule drive, I'd like to find a mower deck for it, and then eventually, doing mowing in the summertime or whatever, along with the Cub Lowboy. I'd like to use the Cub Lowboy on the big areas, and then the 782 on the small. Will says, nice day in the swamp today, except the part where the 40 flipped the track. Oh, that's no good. I should ask real quick. Can you guys still hear me? There's a little thing down here that's supposed to say that that shows whether you're speaking loud enough or whatever, and it's all the dots. Usually the dots light up green, and they're all white. So I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Hopefully it's working. Sounds good. All right. Well, that's a good sign then. I don't know why it's not lighting up. Usually, like when Rick does the streams, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little dots. Usually, at least one is green. So I don't know what evidently it's not functioning on my end today. Well, it was a beautiful day to be in the woods, but there's nothing fun about putting a track back on a dozer. They never come off in a perfect spot. That is true. Audio's good. I hear you coming through loud and clear. Wonderful. Lee Farms could get a blue wrench. There we go. Jeff Weinstock's in. Good evening, Connor. How's Connor doing tonight? We are doing good. Got a little bored with the apartment, so had to quit on that project. I thought I seen a shadow on the back door. Will, I watched your vid pushing trees over. Just didn't comment. Woody says. Jeff, how are you doing tonight? I answered your question. I never replied or never asked how you're doing. How's Jeff tonight? What's everybody else up to? I would have liked to have had that M in here and maybe worked on getting that going on the stream here, but oh well, what do you do? In future. Evan's in. How's Evan doing tonight? What is going on? I gotta go check the front door. Make sure the dog's not out again. He might have settled down finally. I keep hearing things and seeing shadows and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how long he stays back there. I haven't heard a bunch of racket anyways back there. So Connor, I am doing fine. Getting ready to go to the camp tomorrow for a few days. That sounds nice. Tomorrow Rick is taking off, so I'm hoping he's going to go down south and help his daughter pick out a new vehicle. Well, not new, but new to her. New vehicle. So hopefully, I'm hoping that I can maybe fart around with that M a little bit once I get either bored or lost and confused and need help with the apartment. So far we're working on the ceiling now on the apartment. It's about all the walls are in, so all the walls that are going in are in. So I know there was some concern. I don't know if he's watching or not, but somebody had some concern about the floor joists and being weak and kind of bouncy. I don't feel that. I don't think that they're going to be a problem, and neither does Rick. And I trust Rick's judgment, so we're leaving them the way they are. And it'll get a ceiling on the. It'll get some OSB on the ceiling to help sturdy things, as much as OSB can. How are you going to heat the apartment? We've got a heat exchanger. I think I don't know if I showed it. I showed it in one of the videos. There's a heat exchanger, and we're going to plumb that into the line that runs in the pole barn. Right now, the line comes from the wood boiler. It goes into the pole barn, comes up out of the ground, makes a U-turn, and goes right back down, and then comes down here to the shop. So we're going to tee into that line and plumb the heat exchanger in, and then we're going to run ductwork up into the have floor vents in the apartment to heat that. There'll be two floor vents likely, one in the little main area and then one in the bathroom, and then there'll be kind of a sort of branch off one, I guess, that blows into the tractor shop. It'll just be kind of formed into the ductwork that goes up to the apartment, and just to kind of keep that at a maintenance temp where you could work in a sweatshirt and not freeze your hands or anything. Kind of keep it at like 50 degrees or something like that, whatever it ends up being. I thought about doing in-floor heat for the tractor shop, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we'll keep it to just the vent. There's no reason to put in-floor heating in that. It wouldn't get used that much anyway. So Scott says, looking forward to seeing Marty up and working. Yeah, me too. I kind of missed having him last summer, getting to use him. I didn't get to use him much. I didn't get much tractor time in at all last summer. So hopefully I know this summer Rick's planning on having me do a lot more than I've previously done for farming. So I'm kind of excited about that. Logan's in. How's Logan doing? So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. Not a whole lot. I'm just plugging away on the apartment, trying to keep the ambition on it. It's difficult. I don't enjoy the building aspect of things as much as I do mechanical stuff and things like that. So Logan says, good, finally on spring break. Nice. Our school district doesn't go on spring break till next week, I think it is. I get 2 days off for that. Must be St. Patrick's Day, I think. Let me I gotta pull up the Google Calendar. Not next week, but the week after. We get the 16th and 17th off as employees. The kids are like the 10th through the 20th, I think, for our district. Where's the other two, Luke and Kyle? Well, Luke's probably off chasing bad decisions, and Kyle seems to be on strike for my channel, which I don't care. Whatever. Let him be that way. So usually Luke comes on Luke still makes an appearance on my channel, and he's pretty nice about it. So was Rick's cabin an option for you to stay in? It kind of was, I think, but personally, for me, me and Rick both agreed on this. I think it would be too drastic of a lifestyle change for me, because you're pretty much, off on your own out there. You have to either take the Argo or a snowmobile out there, and myself, I know I don't think it would be fun. It would be a heck of a lot of fun, but I don't think I could handle it. And I'm even kind of concerned about even with just the apartment. I mean, it's a big change from what I'm used to because I'm kind of closer to the city, so there's a lot of you know, it only takes you 5 minutes to go to McDonald's or whatever. Where here if you want to eat something or something like that, it's way off in no man's land. So I've got from the 4th to the 14th off, I believe. Nice. So you guys get 10 days as well. Yeah, I think I saw on one of the school's signs out front that our district gives from the 10th to the 20th. So it's quite a few days there they get, but whatever. Gotta stock up on Kettle River pizza. That's right. There'll be a lot of that, and pizza, kind of same thing we got down here. Pizzas and the frozen burritos and junk like that. So, like I say, it's just gonna be a lifestyle change. It's different from what I'm used to, but it'll be a good different. It'll be a nice experience, and get to have that little bit of independence. So we'll see. I'm young yet. There's always options to move around and do other things. So if I don't like this area or whatever, I can always work to gain money and go somewhere else. I've hemmed and hawed with the idea of St. Cloud because that's a little bit more wide open farm area over in that direction, whereas this is kind of a lot of trees and stuff like that. But it's all part of the life plan is see where we go, live one day at a time. So I try not to plan too much into the future. I don't even like weather and stuff. I try not to look at weather and that because you're planning for the future. Why plan for the future when you live in it? Just live in it. Live in the present. Not to be a hippie, but grasp the opportunity and enjoy the ride. That's right. Yeah, that's all I can do. Rick's giving me a way better. I can't get that opportunity anywhere else. I can't. I can't work as a farm help and have that pay for my rent. It's impossible. So the fact that Rick is being nice enough to do that, it's pretty cool. It's pretty hard to not take that. Yep, but unfortunately our Hydro 100 has given up. Its motor won't hold oil pressure anymore, but we were surprised it lasted as long as it did with no major overhaul or rebuild. Well, that's cool. That's a Hydro is something I would like to look into. A Hydro 656 I think would be handy to have. Because we don't have that. Kubota is gear driven, and so is the 756, of course. So I think I've heard lots of good things about the Hydros and for like hay equipment and stuff like that. It's good for hay making. So that may be a future purchase at some point in time. We'll see. But sorry to hear about your Hydro 100. So are you guys going to rebuild it then, or what is the plan for the 100 there? The going forward, I guess, as they say. I know I'm not looking forward to having to pull that 400 down. That thing needs, I'm assuming that needs some hefty work. I'm not looking forward to it, nor the money that it's going to take. I would love a Hydro 70 diesel for haying. Is the Hydro 70? I can't remember how the Hydro stuff worked. International was goofy with that. Is the Hydro 70 a smaller version of the 100, or was it a predecessor, or what? How did that work in the lineup? I know you like with the, because like I think the Hydro 100 was with the 66 series, if I remember right. So it was like the Hydro 100, then you had this. Did it start with the 766 or something like that, and on up or whatever? International was goofy with their numbering. Once you do loader work with the Hydro, you can't go back to a gear drive. We got gonna stick another DT 436 in it, and off we go. Okay. So you have a replacement engine. So then what are you going to do with the one you pulled out of it? I believe the 7D is similar to a 756. There's a farm the next town over that has a 1026. I'd really like one of those. Predecessor kind of came out earlier and lower horsepower. Okay. Because I know the Hydro 100, they changed that started out as something different, and then it was like I can't remember what number it was, and then they changed it to the Hydro 100. I do know that about it, but I can't remember what number they changed the Hydro 100 from. But 1026, that'd be a nice tractor. I'd just like a diesel tractor. We need an international diesel of some sort here. I'd like to find an 806 diesel, but prices on all that stuff is just going wicked crazy. I'd be happy with the 656 diesel, but you can't find them. All you can find are the gassers. And then you try looking for a 706/806/756/856 diesel or anything beyond that, whatever. They're all wicked crazy expensive. The Hydro 100 was a Hydro version of a 1066. Originally, it was a 1066 Hydro. Okay, I knew it was a 66 number. I just couldn't remember which one. But the horsepower was different between the gear drive and Hydros. The Hydro takes more power to run. I do recall that. I remember that was a big complaint with the Hydros, that they were not good tillage tractors because of less horsepower, and then the Hydros would give out because they weren't designed for that kind of stuff. Connor, did you ever get that 1600 Lodestar running? Those Lodestars were definitely my favorite truck of all times. The Lodestar is a 1700, and that is my dad's. It is in the same story as it was when I left the place. I don't know if Dad has any plans of ever fixing it up. What his idea is there. I don't know what's happening there anymore because of the whole farm change. So the truck the international dump truck was not running again when I left, and I don't know where it's at now. So I don't really have an answer for you there, Scott. Sorry. I'd like the prices for 560 diesels to come up a bit. 560 diesel would be a nice tractor, but it doesn't have enough horsepower to run the baler. That's my only problem. Trying to find a diesel to swap into my 656 gas, next to impossible to find one. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. You can't find anything diesel in that size. The Hydro 70 was a Hydro version of the 666 International, same as the Hydro 86 was a Hydro version of a 686. Okay. And then they finally went back to normal numbers and just considered it when they went to the 88 series and just made it the 3088 Hydro rather than have it some goofy numbering. Which baler? Rick's Gale round baler makes 4x5s. It's what the heck number is that? I don't remember what number it is. What model? The Kubota, the M6040, it runs it, but oh jeez, that scared me. It runs it fine, but you get little inclines and stuff, and it kind of struggles a little bit. It would be nice to have something that kind of doesn't hesitate at all, doesn't get any bogged down or anything like that. But it's not one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, we got to have a bigger tractor now, kind of sort of thing. It's just one of those would be nice to have sort of deals. And then for some reason they went to the Hydro 186, which was based off a 986 instead of a 1086. Interesting. Okay. They were international in their Hydro stuff was really goofy. I don't understand why they didn't just why don't they just call it the 986 Hydro then or whatever? But I suppose everybody would think, oh well, it's similar to the regular 986, and then they'd be abusing the crap out of it and be, oh, it doesn't work like the 986. I saw an International 4366 on Marketplace. If only I had the money. The piddly motor in the Kubota is nothing like the diesel in the 560. Well, I believe it, but I still don't think the 560 would have enough power to run that round baler. Maybe, but I don't know. But then again, I don't have enough money to buy one of them either, so. I gotta save up to buy them tractors from you, you know. Between buying things for the channel here, buying things for the apartment, and buying up tractors, money supply is low at the current moment, so. But eventually we'll get something bigger. Hopefully we'll get I'd really like to have an 806, because I like the 806s. I think they're nice tractors. Rick doesn't want to run anything on the round baler without a cab anyways, so I'm kind of, my hands get tied there too, because then I got to have a diesel with a cab to run the baler. It's just like, come on. So I think a 560 diesel is 63 horsepower. PTO. Well, that's probably around what the Kubota is. My grandfather ran a round baler behind his 560. I don't think he had any issues with it. Well, maybe it would be fine. I don't know. That's exactly the reason everyone bought a 1066 Hydro, only to be disappointed when it didn't perform as well as the neighbor's gear drive 1066. Yeah, they didn't understand. It's kind of like the 2+2 problem. They didn't realize that the 2+2 was supposed to be a four-wheel drive articulating row crop tractor, and everybody thought it was a four-wheel drive heavy-duty, tillage tractor, and beat the crap out of it, and didn't realize that they're abusing their tractor. Okay, I have to find a video of the baler BRB. There's only one video of it on the channel, and it's a farm update video. I'll find it for you. I'm pretty sure that it's the only one on the channel. It's the farm update from 10/23. If you're still watching there, Icon. That's the only one with the baler in it, as far as I'm aware. I didn't get around to making much video this fall, so, well, I only ran the baler once anyways this fall, so. There's probably a couple where it's in the background, but the only one that actually kind of has it in it is the 10/23 farm update. So, if you're still watching, go watch that one. Your channel or his? My channel. I'm sure there's more. Well, he's probably got a whole bunch of videos of it on his channel, but my channel, it would be easier to go to because there's not that many between now and when that farm update was filmed. So the 10/23 of 2022, that farm update, and I'll even pull it up here. Whoops, wrong yet. I'll pull it up here and show you what the thumbnail looks like even. It's got my big old ugly mug in it. That's the, here are we? That's the one you need to look for. Come on, thing, focus. That farm update there. Go look at that one, and that has the baler in it. If a 560 is 63 horsepower, it will run a 4x5 baler, no problem. I made 5x6 with my old Vermeer on my 2520, which is 62 horsepower on flat ground. Well, but see, that's just it. Well, okay, I guess you're doing flat ground, so 4x5, smaller bale. Yeah, I guess it would maybe do fine, but then the cab poses a problem. Rick wants something with a cab. Of course, if I run the baler, I don't care. But the problem is that the pickup doesn't. It's not a floating pickup, so if it gets down onto the ground, it starts throwing globs of dirt at you. It's not very nice. Also, aren't 3488 hydros pretty rare? As far as I know, I don't know if they're considered rare, but they're not common. We'll say that. Yeah, there's the link for Steve Mack posted the link to it. If you're still on here, he's probably already off looking for it. But Faraway Farm, that's what I thought. Well, I guess I could give it a shot. I would like a 560 diesel, but then again, money and the cab thing, it's not playing in my favor lately. So I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. If I could find a 656 diesel hydro, which is going to be like finding chicken's teeth, it's I'd really be happy with that. But you're pretty much not able to find any. The gas has a little more. Well, and see, we have the whole idea behind getting the diesel is to not burn through so much gas, because Rick has that 756 gas, but it burns through so much freaking gas. I believe they made like 500 of them. I could Google quick for you. Give me just a quick second here and I'll find out. Let's see. TractorData.com says there was 465 3488s with hydros made. Well, no, that just says 3488. That must be it. I'm assuming that's it. 465 is your number, I guess. The 560 wouldn't have any issue with the 1470. You'd want the 17 gallons per minute pump, though. For hydraulic wise, you're talking about, because of is that a hydraulically tensioned baler, if I remember right? I don't remember how that one works. Okay. So how do you know if it has a 17 gallon per minute pump? Is it you look for the later tractor, or how do you know that? The 263 don't use near as much fuel. They're still gas pigs, though. The 6-cylinder gassers were gas pigs. It doesn't matter what model it was; they were all gas pigs. So we want to get away from that, the gas engine. I'd be fine with the 560 diesel, but I don't think Rick would. Well, Rick could take his Kubota too, but I think what we need to do is we need to fab up some wheels on the side of the pickup head, so that when you start to get the pickup that wants to dig down, it rolls up over the lump. The bigger pump would be marked as an extra letter on the serial tag if ordered new. Okay. I'll have to do some Googling into that and find out what the deal is there. I know then we would also have to rig up some wiring for the whatever you want, the twine tube, because he has it running as an electrical twine tube. Make a plexiglass cab for it. I've thought about that. I've thought about, you wouldn't even have to have a full cab of plexiglass. You could just put a back. You could just put one on the back to, not have the stuff come up and hit you in the face. Because I did that a couple of times. I made the mistake last fall when I was running the baler there. I had the window open and it would dig down, and pretty soon you'd end up with dirt in your eyes and you'd have to stop and scratch it out or whatever. But I don't know if I could, if you bought one of them, the canopy style, not the ones that kind of have the one arm, the one that's two arms, the umbrellas. If you could, somehow mount a piece of plexiglass to that, I don't know. But I've thought about that, but I'm not too sure. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The Kubota runs. I mean, there's really no need to buy another tractor to run the baler. The Kubota runs it. It just would be nice to have a little bit more. It would. I don't know. I'd like to find a 73, 75, or 77, 88, but they supposedly only made 2 or 3 of each of them, and the last one sold for like 140,000, so that won't be happening anytime soon. Aren't those the really big 4-wheel drive ones? The I believe that was the big 4-wheel drive, not the 2 plus, not the Super 70, but the big 4-wheel drives. You're a lot closer to the areas where a cab was common on a 560. Should be easier to find. Well, that is true, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to find a cab for a tractor because you search anything up on Facebook Marketplace and you get about 10 other things that have nothing to do with what you were looking at. Kind of Facebook Marketplace is starting to become a lot like Craigslist was, where you get a lot of, like, you go on Craigslist now and you get advertisements for putting up lights in your shop or whatever. You search up for Farm LH. Like, where does that have any correlation? Well, Facebook Marketplace is starting to get to be the same way. Of course, then you get the problem of trying to find a corn chopper, and all it does is show you bike choppers, the motorcycles. 73, 75, and 77, 88 were the last 4-wheel drives international ever made. The 72 and 74, 88 were the 2 plus 2. And then there was supposed to be one other 2 plus 2. What was that, 76? Is that a 76, 88? But yeah, I believe you were correct in the fact that there was only two made of them big ones. 2 or 3. Just get a bigger tractor. Well, that's the plan, but problem is I can't. I don't have the money for it, and Rick won't put the money in for it, so whatever. Like I say, the Kubota runs it, so it's not really a big issue. It's just, it'd be nicer, but I don't know. It is what it is. I'm hoping to get the 756 on the Haybine this year. We'll see how well that happens. 756 on the Haybine, the M on the rake, and the Kubota on the baler. Unless I find something else to run the baler before then, but probably not. Probably not. So, yeah, we'll stay on here till about 8 o'clock, I guess. 48 minutes in. So, we'll stay on. We'll do an hour long here and call it quits after that. I might go visit Rick up at the pub and have a pizza and a root beer and come back, call her a night. It's been kind of a crazy weekend, so for stuff happening. Connor is already 8:46. Well, for you, it's 7:46 for me. The way to get around the lights thing on Craigslist is go into the filter and sort and click on sold by owner only. Okay. Well, I don't shop on Craigslist anymore anyways because there's hardly anything on there, it seems like. It's kind of become a thing of the past, it seems like, but I don't know. Maybe it's still worth it. Jeff says for some of us, yeah. Some of you guys, it's later or earlier. Depends where you are at. But it's little after 7:45 for me, so I think Rick has to close the pub at 9. I think. I don't remember. Oh, for crying out loud, the dog's climbing over the fence again. Doggone it. Oh, he was doing so good. I can't put him up in the pole barn because there's a cow hanging, and I'm guessing. Well, Rick didn't say anything about putting him in the pole barn, so I'm guessing he doesn't want him in the pole barn because of the cow. So, Any minute now, he'll be around front. The pub closes at 9 on a Saturday. I believe so. The problem is there's two pubs kind of in the area that are both quite similar, and the one is having live music tonight, I guess. So I don't know how busy the pub that Rick's is at is tonight, but he kind of wasn't planning on it being very busy because of the live music being at the other one. So I don't know. I think 9 o'clock is closing time, if I remember right. You got to remember, it's a small town, so there's not a whole lot of action. Well, there can be. But yeah, I was looking for a John Deere 4020 gas on Marketplace just for shits and giggles, and somehow gave me a Ford truck and an International Combine, which is the complete opposite of what I want. Exactly. I don't understand where Facebook Marketplace gets this complete, and it's not even in the, they give you the outside of your search area or whatever thing. Why is that stuff not down there? Half the time it shows up in the regular Facebook Marketplace. I don't understand it. And there he is. Oh, I'll let him in. Why do you have to be such a pain? You just can't settle down, can you, Nico? It's just impossible for you. What? What do you want? Yeah, Nico's back. He's been giving us troubles all night tonight, Vincent. He just will not settle down, so I don't know, maybe we'll cut it off sooner because of him. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe he'll take a chill pill for a moment. Dang, that's crazy. A small town bar in Wisconsin is open till 2:30 regardless. Huh. Yeah, the pub is, it might be 10 o'clock, but I don't know. Something has him spooked or something. I don't think it's anything. I think it's himself. Once a month, he'll get these stupid spastic nights, and he just goes insane, and he's climbing the fence and screaming and howling, and I don't understand him. No, I don't understand you, Nico. What? We do like our bars here. Ironically, that's a bar over in is it Siren or Siren? I have no idea. Wisconsin, they stay open till 2:30 a.m., I believe. What are you doing? I kind of wonder if it doesn't have something to do with the fact that I think he's going deaf or is deaf, and I'm wondering if he doesn't hear the ringing in his ears and it freaks him out. I don't know. He's content for a minute on the floor here, so we'll let him lay down, and then eventually he'll get back up, I'm sure, and we'll put him in the back, and he'll sit for another half hour. I don't know. Siren, where they were not saved by a siren. There must be a story behind that. Something to do with the tornado? Is that the kind of siren you're talking about? You've been hit a few times. Okay. Look up the big tornado of 2001. I will do that after the stream. I see now where that comes into play. Good dog. They had a tornado go through and their antique siren did not go off. Oh! Well, that's a problem. That doesn't help anything, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about tonight for you guys. There's not much new stuff going on. It's kind of same old. Apartment. Trying to putz around with something else once in a while to get away from the apartment because I get bored with it. And yeah, not much has been going on. How far are you from Madison, Minnesota? I would have to give me a minute here and I'll find out for you. Madison, Minnesota. I am 4 hours away from there. That's southwestern Minnesota, so long ways. Long ways away. They test hours every month, first Wednesday. That they do. That they do. 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. Crap, that's a drive. Why? What are you finding in Madison, Minnesota? There must be a reason, some certain reason you're asking about that. Evan's out. Take care, Evan. Story I heard was that it was struck by lightning a month before and was not operational. Then an F3 tornado hit and demolished the whole town. It picked a building off a foundation and threw it. Wow. That's quite the tornado there. Are you going to behave now? We don't have sirens. The town doesn't give a shit about us. Wow. That's no good. There's a place out there that is known to have had cabs for 560s in the past, so I'm not sure of the credibility of the seller. Ah, I see. Yeah, that's kind of a distance to go for a cab for 560. I think I would rather go about getting one of them two-post umbrella canopy things and put a piece of plexiglass, screw a piece of plexiglass to it somehow and go that route. I don't know why you just can't settle down sometimes. But we have a nice town hall. Well, not that that does you much good. Oh, getting tired. It was an early morning this morning. But I'm still content with my tractors going topless. I'd be happy with an umbrella. I mean, that's honestly, that's in the wintertime, it's nice to have the cab. I will say that the Kubota is nice in that aspect, but I kind of am more of a fan of of the cabless tractors. There's a picture online of a TR New Holland combine flipped over on top of a Ford truck with the whole farm completely destroyed. Ironically, there's like a 4020 John Deere just sitting there completely fine. Huh. That's no good at all. It's quite the deal for sure. But anyways, Connor, what is the closest town to you? I guess Bruno, Minnesota would be the closest town. The closest, most known town would be Hinckley. That's about half an hour away. That's because you are you, Connor. Well, that is true. I don't know, whatever, I guess. But I think we're gonna take off. We've been on here about an hour, so I don't have much else to talk about. I've run out of ideas. So, oh, that's because you are young. Well, yeah, yeah, whatever. Anyways, take care, you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll try and get into doing the live streams once a month. I kind of like to try and do that, and I kind of have strayed away from that. But now that Rick's got the Starlink and stuff, it makes it easier. So, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Hopefully, hopefully we get some video up for you, some more video. So, stay tuned for the one that comes. It'll be coming this Wednesday. That's a week old. That video. It's from last weekend. So I'm about a week behind on making videos, but thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys all on Wednesday, I guess, on the premiere.